Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the GremCraft Vanilla server. This is Eric, and we got a couple of things we're gonna be doing today. So things are a little different. Went ahead and started carving some holes in our walls here. Worked a little bit on the second floor, kind of get an idea for a floor plan here as we continue to build this all together. Extended this wall out a hair. I think this is going to have to be our lumpy wall so I can make things work, and kind of laid the foundation for our next staircase to the third level. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some windows and doors in here. The one thing I've got to be careful of is the back door. I think needs to be iron, because I don't want zombie visitors all the time. So we're going to be putting a iron door in there. We're going to need some glass go. Going to need some glass panels to make our windows. And I got a button here. Did I use stone? Let's see. Yeah, I gotta make a button, which is plain stone. Yep, 2 of them. Fantastic. Let's make ourselves that iron door. And some glass panes. 1, 2, 3. All right, looking good. I've also went and gathered some additional mossy. Let's see, door. That'll work. I don't know, I'm not quite there yet. Well, let's just put it on before I lose it. Horsey, you're kind of stuck, buddy. So let's get back in here. All right, so modeling this after a Pittsburgh house, like we said. I've lived in Pittsburgh now for 3 years, and it's a bit of an experience. I'm originally from Southern California, Santa Barbara area, little town called Lompoc that no one's ever heard of. I like those windows; that'll work real well. I actually kind of wish my window in my house looked like this little outcropping here. I've got just a little pocket window, and it'd be so cool if I had a quarter window like that. But Pittsburgh takes a lot of getting used to. Like, just moving from the west to east coast, there's a lot of major differences that you have to adjust to. Hey, I have an idea for this. Hold on. Biggest thing that gets me, and it still gets me. I'm thinking about it because it happened to me yesterday. Is there is a phenomenon known as the Pittsburgh left. And what that means, so in Southern California, especially in LA, if you have a Enderman. That's right. This has been driving me crazy. So let's see if we can cover it with stairs. Yes. No. So typically, if you need to turn left and it doesn't have, a protected left-hand turn in SoCal, you wait till the light turns red, and then, you're the last person to go through. Maybe? There we go. So light turns red, then you go, because you were technically in the intersection before the light went. I could extend the rest of the way down, but that'll do. Gives a little look here. In Pittsburgh, it's expected that if you're an unprotected left-hand turn and the person in front of you on the other side of the street has their left-hand turn signal on, that they can go before the rest of traffic starts to go. Now, this is, mind you, illegal. Police officer said on the news recently that Pittsburgh left is not legal. It is technically failure to yield, which I completely agree with. It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. And so people will just jet out in front of you, assuming you're going to let them go. And for those of us who aren't from here, it's not how our reflexes work. In California, that light turns green, you go. And you go fast. Yielding isn't what we do. So it's been a large adjustment there. Oh, I have another window in here I need to do. Boop. Perfect. All right, so yeah, so it's just a large adjustment. Um, been been quite the. Sometimes it's scary, you know. You're driving, you almost kill someone for reasons that really aren't your own fault. Horse is having a bad day. Get off my fence, how about it? You yeah, you get off my fence. You kids, get off my lawn! A little bit like that. So, got those windows in on this floor. That's good. Obviously, I've taken several trips to the Nether. Uh, Frankly, if anybody wants quartz from our main area that we go into the Nether, they're going to be exceptionally sad because I've taken all of it. I've also taken a good deal of the glowstone. Um, just between you, me, and the wall, I've taken a lot of glowstone. Oh, there's a ghost block there of some sort. That is not. Anywho, so definitely have a lot of that. Do I have any dirt in all this? I don't have dirt downstairs otherwise. Some there. Some there. So a couple little cleanup things. This big hole right here drives me bonkers. I'm gonna be getting rid of it. There we go. Let's get more dirt. I'm kind of doing this a little bit at a time while I had some blocks, you know. It's like I tend to fill in creeper holes in the area just because they drive me crazy. Oh, all right, keep doing this. So yeah, there's definitely been an adjustment. It's just like the Pittsburgh plunge. You go into a new culture, there's just gonna be stuff there that you don't expect. Don't expect to see toilets in basements. Didn't particularly expect people to try to kill me at traffic lights. Um, just a lot of things that you find here are just different. Bloody Enderman. All right. So we've got that. We've got those windows in. The next staircase is going to be an even more challenging one because it's got to be pretty steep. It goes and it turns. I mean, I can't control steepness here quite the same as I could um, in my house because in our attic staircase, it's significantly steeper. Um, it goes up the same height with many less with thinner steps. Um, really, it's kind of like this. I mean, in real life, this is more accurate to what my staircase is for the attic. But what we'll do there is we'll use a single rung here. And in fact, I need a little bit of wood, so let's run out and get that. Um, it's not the only scary thing I've hit in Pittsburgh lately. Definitely like so at my church we rent a an old church building. You know, makes sense, right? And so the upper floor it's not in great shape. I guess it was a church in the early 1900s to about 1980, um, and then they moved or God knows what, and left behind this building, and the basement, like I guess, totally was flooding every year, and it was just kind of sitting there empty until like this guy bought it, He's turning it into like an event center. He's not really trying very hard to do that, mind you, but that's his end goal. So he's kind of rehabbed the main floor where we meet. Um, but then this church like has a basement, and some of the cleaning supplies are down there. So I've gone down there through the main way, and then I decided I was going to go down through the back way just because I was in the back part of the church, and I know he in the center he has a big room where he keeps like his stuff, and like a ping pong table or something, and I ended up in this under part where I guess there's an apartment in this, and some of my neighbors had told me somebody was living at the church before we started renting it, and I was always a little confused by that, um, because I was like, well, where'd they live? It's just a bunch of empty rooms. So I go down, and there's three rooms in the back of the church, which one used to be a kitchen, one used to be a room, and then there's a bathroom where there's a tub and a toilet, and I swear to you, this whole place looks like it's out of a horror movie. Like it is the scariest. Okay, that should be more than enough. It is the scariest thing. Um, I really like didn't know what to do with it. Um, okay, like the kitchen's just filthy, and like you have drywall coming off of the walls and insulation just kind of loose, and the bathroom, oh man, the bathroom, you step into it and you're expecting I'm gonna find a body here. There's just nothing else that could possibly be here other than a dead body. um, Dang, I need some blocks. I'm not gonna be able to do this. So we kind of went through it, but man, that is one freaky deaky room. Well, yeah, I won't get too much into it, but it's sad too, because like you want to use it as an event center, man. And we'll get that kitchen rehabbed. Oh, balls. Like we don't pay. My understanding is we don't pay a whole lot to be there, but like what is that? I don't know how I feel about that. No. What I am going to do is turn it right here. So should get me up. This only gives the impression of steep stairs, so I'm okay with that. Really, they're no steeper than our other ones, but again, it's talking impression here. Cool. That at least gives me an idea. Oops. No quartz, come back. I'll go get you in a moment. Like, it would be, definitely be a more useful building. We'd be more likely to stay there if there was a kitchen. I don't know what y'all know about church folks, but church folks like to eat. A lot of work for these cords. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to frame out around that staircase a little bit, give us our foundation for our attic level. Then I'm going to have to go, of course, mine more quartz. Get all that ready to go and place some quartz, and that's not super exciting, so I'll probably do that off camera. But I think it's kind of interesting just to figure it all out on camera with you guys. got a new player on the GremCraft server, Theadrin, an old buddy of mine, and he's never really played before. He's played a 2D game, I guess it's a lot like this one. I think it's one of the ones that Minecraft's kind of loosely based on. So yeah, some experience with that sort of thing. I think one's gonna be sufficient. But I kind of took him to a nice area to start. Left him a donkey to kind of get him started. Let's see, so a little of that, a little of that. That would lead you out to this. That certainly doesn't bother anything. Okay. Left him a nice little sign to, welcome the guy, and basically said, hey, here's a nice piece of ass for you. Classy, right? And went there today. Just gonna, see. How's that? Not good? Hitting my head. Once again, but we can just add a layer and hide that. So, and we're on the attic. Yes, that is. I'm going. That works. That works quite nicely. It feels a lot like kind of what it feels like in my house too. So we have a door here, but that's okay. May as well place them while I got them. Cool. I'm liking it. But me and my friend Nolan has the same kind of sense of humor as me. So let's run over to this place real quick. I'm gonna show you what he did. Grab. This guy. So yeah, I mean that's in my neighborhood. I live in a community of Pittsburgh, Lawrenceville, and we have we have row houses. We're not the nicest neighborhood in Pittsburgh. We're not like the slums either. But so you have some old buildings and stuff. But like people are interesting because the land values are very different depending on the neighborhood you're in. Like for us, houses are depending on the condition in the 80,000 to the, unless it's a really little one, 80,000 to 200,000. In the nicest parts of Lawrenceville, you may see a big house for $300,000 if it's in really good shape. Then you get over to like this community called Friendship, and this other community which is Shady Side, and houses are $1 million. Squirrel Hill, there's $1 million houses, and these places, it's not like it's a huge drive. Hold on, so I come over to check how he's doing, and we get this. Yeah, Nolan's gonna fit in just fine. Oh, Nolan, Daedrin people. So, yeah, see, yeah, we're old friends. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Good thing I got a horse with good jump height. And so, you have a lot of house rehabs going on here. Pittsburgh kind of escaped the recession. I mean, you have a few communities that really had a harder time than others, but the housing market here has been so stable for so long that the big housing bubble wasn't a huge thing here. So you have a lot of houses being rehabbed here because there's jobs here, so people are moving to Pittsburgh, and it's really kind of is contrary to what most people think of when they think of Pittsburgh. They think of Pittsburgh, they think of kind of this recessioned steel town, which it really isn't anymore. Um, but there's another old church building. It was a St. John's Lutheran or something at the other end of my neighborhood, and this company bought it, rehabbed it, and turned it into these super nice condos. Uh, Still needed? Okay. And I mean, they're gorgeous open floor plan condos. Really neat. But then in my neighborhood, which is again, you can get a 4-bedroom house for $120,000 if it's not totally updated. Um, a totally updated house more in the 180 range. They had this brand new beautiful condo for 1.5 million for a 3-bedroom condo, about 1,600 square feet, big for a condo, not as big as my house. 1.5 million. I mean, for me, it's just a classic case of know your neighborhood. Like it's not gonna go anywhere here. You're gonna put a lot of money in, and then you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna buy this, and everyone's gonna be like, no, I have no desire to buy that at all. So let's see. We're gonna do a couple of things here in our living room. Furniture design is something that's probably a weakness for me. We have a couch on this wall. It's not. Doesn't even feel couch-like. I don't like it. No, don't like it. See a lot of this sort of stuff done with like stairs. You can't make wool stairs. I may have to do some YouTubing and find some furniture I actually like. One thing we can do. I'm gonna light these rooms. I got a lot of glowstone, so that won't be a problem. Nope, I don't like that at all. So we'll have to try something else. There's my wall. There's my little chest. So we'll have to work on that a little bit. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with how this is turning out. Our staircases are definitely what I was hoping for. We're going to be quite tall. No doubt about that. Yeah, I don't get where you think $1.5 million in this community is going to fly at all. Just take these over. There are no bricks. Put some in there. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this way. And then it's more than one condo, and so you have this other one that was originally for $900,000, and I just saw it reprice. Nice zombie trap I have going there. Create something that kills them. Now it's going for more in the realm of 300,000, which still for that one's smaller. So for the size of it, I'm skeptical they will find a buyer quickly. I know that if I had 300,000 and I was house shopping, that wouldn't be the place I would pick. Middle of the city with no parking. It's on a major street, 40th, so you can't street park. So those things you really don't know what they're thinking. So haven't forgot about this project. It's definitely one that I'm kind of doing as I go because it's all you really can do. Every time I go into Nether, I end up with a little bit more netherrack. Make a few more bricks, Add a little bit more to the wall. In fact, so that's what we'll kind of close out with today. We'll do some wall building. This is, really the project that I'm most excited about, but it's definitely the slowest moving because, well, you got to get these walls built first, and they're just such a ginormous project. So much brick. Oh, hold on one second. So, we've got some bricks to add here. We'll start working on the inside. One of the biggest changes that will be nice for this particular project is that you now can put torches on glass. It's actually one of the original inspirations for my lava floor was that you couldn't. And I knew I was going to need light, but then you can't go up more than 1 or 2 levels because then you have unlit glass levels. Not that mobs can spawn on glass anyway, but you don't want to end up with just all these levels of unlit stuff. Big slime. Well, with that, this is going to be not exciting video footage, so I'm going to let you guys go. Definitely got some more stuff done in the house. Visited a new friend's place. Next time he's on, we'll probably get him in on a call. And maybe we'll do some caving with him and watch him get his feet wet with that. But y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you later. Bye.